You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go! All right, 15 Minutes of Fame. Swamp,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Raccoon,
What's that?
we back, man. End of the night.
Why you gotta bring that raccoon shit up, man? Like, why you always gotta do
That shit come with it, bro.
Come with it. And we had a whole conversation about turtles, raccoons, and squirrels.
that? Yeah, so say squirrel, you didn't say squirrel. You didn't
go
say
straight to
nothing
the
else.
raccoon.
You go right to call my man a coon, man.
Keep fucking around, see if I don't kick you out of Dot Mom.
All right.
Damn. That's crazy. So it is.
Yo, good night tonight, man.
Yeah.
Good night tonight, man. And unfortunately, I got to hear some of the bars earlier, but I allowed it because, you know, I know you needed to talk. And you know what? It's always good for me when I hear y'all shit, and then I still get the same feeling and the reaction when I hear it again. That means the shit is good.
Definitely. Dope battle.
How you, that first was it for me though. The first was, and that's some of the shit that I heard. And like I said, I heard it again, and it still sounded fire. So, how you feeling?
To be honest, I want to see the battle, but at the same time, I don't like the people saying like I choked. To me, a choke is when you jersey or you can't get it back or you
Right.
just it's over with.
Right.
In the moment of me already, I got too hyped for a second and I started hyperventilating. So I'm like, so when I finally did take the breath and they like, oh, I'm like, bro, chill, I got it. So when they did that pissed me off. So I'm like, you know what, I'm about to run this bitch all the way back.
Right.
I hadn't got too far in the shit. So like when I ran it back, they like, nah, that's a choke. But me personally, Eazy was cool, but a lot of that shit was bullshit, man. It was fabricated, a lot of lies and shit like that. He was dope though, you know what I'm saying? And like, I know what come with me. Raccoon, the boss, all the, you know. But like, I think I really had some other shit. I think 2-1 me, but you know, they gonna say 2-1 him. And I seen people saying he 30 you and this, but I'm just like, come on, man, hell no. But, you know, it's an opinionated sport.
That's a fact.
Could I have done better? Hell yeah. Did I do my work? No. It was a dope battle. A very uphill battle in a situation like that.
Right.
I seen what was going on. Like when I wild out in that first like that, they like, we gotta contain this shit. So it got to the point where they like, I ain't cheering for that. We gotta, so now it's 1-1. Then it goes to like, oh. I know how this shit go. I'm not a tripping person, you know what I'm saying? Dope battle.
Well, I guess it was a first for me to, like, the way he went at the boss, it was a first for me. But she said, because I asked her, I said, you got your cherry popped? And she was like, nah, in this battle somebody said something, but I just don't remember it like tonight.
Yeah,
like
it wasn't to that degree. He really was on some, but it wasn't necessarily bars behind it. It was like, the boss, you a bitch, you a whore, you a slut, you a this,
Right.
you a... I have yet to figure out the hate for the boss. I get it. She's very vocal. She's gonna express her opinion, but that's as anybody else in this
it's
culture.
the culture, right?
When anybody else say you lost, it's cool. The boss said they jump out though. They know.
Is it because people actually? It's like me. Like people ask me who you got winning. I was like, yeah, I don't want to give my opinion because my opinion could sway people's opinion, right? And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that guy. So maybe. You know, she's established herself to the point where as though her opinion matters to enough people that can change the thought of who actually won the battle. It can be that, right? That's why I try my best not to is it interject? I try not to, you know what I mean?
So
So
realize, like, in all honesty, bro, when it come to me, it be the uncontrollable variables with me. It ain't that you could be personally, like, one-on-one. It's like, let me include, all right, this way it's gonna hit it. And, you know, with a guy like Eazy, you gonna feel like it only hit when y'all talk about Remy. Which
Right,
is true,
so-
but at the same time, you just gotta exit
so
out.
he had to retaliate. Now he can use something against you. So and he did that. So he said that to me too. He's like, you know, they talk about Remy all the time, right? So hey, I could do this, you know. So
it's battle rap.
yeah.
Like, I don't, you know me, that shit over with, bro. I'm about to go watch TV and later on, and But at the same time, like, I'm still focused and locked in. But like this battle, you learn shit in these situations.
Right.
Still, I understand why he do what he do as far as the controlled environment.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that Philly is bad.
Right.
But in a situation like that, you're gonna have a few Philly people pop out, but you'll have a lot of East support. There wasn't a big room. It wasn't a lot of people. Maybe 150, maybe 200, if that. So like when you look at 150, 200, and you know, you get where I'm going with. But like, I be liking the challenges, bro. Come to your territory.
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.